Good afternoon, Britain. Farmers have descended on Whitehall to protest the government's proposed imposition on inheritance tax on family farms. It's currently 20 minutes to 1 o'clock, and it's at 1 when the great critical mass of these tractors will arrive at Parliament Square. This, of course, the third time in 4 months the rural revolt has made its way to Parliament Square, demanding Rachel Reeves' U-turns on what they're calling the closing of the mines moment for British farms. And today promises to be the biggest protest yet. Joined by Emily Carver, my wonderful co-host, live in Westminster. Emily, how's it looking?
Well, it's looking rather busy now. I've changed my position. I'm right in the middle of the road in Whitehall. You can probably see Trafalgar Square behind me, and also you can probably see the addition of many a tractor. It's chock-a-block, back-to-back tractors now. They're descending on Whitehall. As you can see, they're not moving very quickly because there are just that many of them. Here we have one slogan: abolish inheritance tax for all. So perhaps not even for all, just for farmers, but for everyone. Get rid of death taxes. We've also got no farmers, no food, no future. Hello. We've also got a huge number of tractors coming through. So this is where the action begins. They're coming down from Trafalgar Square, coming down Whitehall, and then they'll be parking down nearer to the Houses of Parliament. Now there's going to be speeches taking place here as well. I believe there's going to be an area cordoned off just behind me where those speeches will take place from about 3:15. But joining me right now is Clive Bailey, who is a farmer. Clive, thank you very much for talking to us. You're from Staffordshire.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
You're a farmer. Tell me why you're here.
Well, inheritance tax is obviously the main reason, the main focus of this that's been going on, since the budget. But it isn't just that, actually. It's this overall attack from the government on farming and the British countryside. But, yeah, we've got kind of other taxes, carbon tax on fertiliser, taxes on, even down to taxes on double cab pickups that we need to use for work. We're being hit from all angles, and it's just becoming it's an impossible tax to pay. It really will be the end. Well, from my own personal point of view, my son Henry, he's going to take away the option for him to be the next generation of farmers. I'm the third generation, and sadly will probably be the last if this tax stays.
And how old is your son Henry?
Henry's 12. He's 12 now, yeah.
Okay, and he does, at the moment, his ambition is to continue on with the farming, keep it going.
Yes, yeah. I think he has grown up on a farm like I did. I grew up on my farm, kind of helping my dad. It's a fantastic childhood, obviously, very privileged from that point of view. But it's not particularly a privileged one financially, which a lot of people think it is. The wealth that's tied up in farmland and what they aim to tax with the inheritance tax, that's our working capital. That's the cost of doing business. It's the returns on that. I mean, farmers, we're not special, no more special than any other member of society. And we pay our taxes, we pay our income tax, we pay VAT, we pay national insurance contributions on our employees if we employ staff on the farm. But the tax... But to tax our asset, it's a bit like asking a plumber to sell his tools to pay his tax. He's not...
Sorry, there's so much noise here, but we're trying to absorb the atmosphere as best as we can. But how does it make you feel seeing all these tractors descend, seeing the number of people who are going to be here today to listen to what you and the rest of the farming industry have to say?
It's fantastic. I mean, I think we've had fantastic public support, and that's what it's all about. I mean, the first kind of time we came to Westminster was back in November the 19th. It was peaceful. The Met Police said on that day that we left Whitehall tidier than we found it. People saying at the time, will it get more French? Will there be roads blocked? Will there be that kind of trouble? And I think we've proved as farmers that that's not what we're about. We appreciate the public support. We understand that it's not just farmers that are upset and annoyed with this government and the way that they're not listening. There's been very little dialogue about this, which is clearly a big issue. They said this affected 500 farmers. Well, there was 50,000 or so turned up on the 19th of November. There have been, I think this is a third visit to London, to Whitehall. There's been protests going on most weeks, well, every week, several times a week in York and Melton Mowbray and all around the country. So it's not going away, and we're not doing enough, are we?
Yeah, there's clearly a lot of perseverance, isn't there? Because as you say, the dialogue hasn't been there up till now. Rachel Reeves, Keir Starmer saying, no, we're sticking with this one. But let's just stay there for me, and we're just going to scan around and have a little look at what's coming here. We all need a farmer, 3X days scrap. IHT for all, that's inheritance tax. As you can see, some normal traffic as well, but tractors are piling up. They're coming through the side roads as well. We've got one tractor there with the words simply Labour liars. Labour are saying that they're supporting the farmers, that they're giving money to the farming community, that they're going to be helping in various ways. But this is the sticking point, this inheritance tax and some of the other changes that are impacting farmers too. We've got tractors there we go, Labour liars. We've got behind that fair price for farmers and consumers, more tractors coming in from all directions. This is getting very busy indeed. There could be thousands of tractors arriving today throughout the afternoon, and they'll be here while there are speeches. And of course, at 4:30 in the afternoon, there will be a debate in Parliament on that e-petition that's got well over 100,000 signatures to scrap this inheritance tax rate, to try and get Rachel Reeves to U-turn. Clive, just lastly, what would your message be, just very clearly, to Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves?
Look, I think we appreciate what you tried to achieve in the budget, and some of the points are valid. You know, there was this problem with kind of people using, you know, not farmers, not genuine family farms, but what you've done with the, you know, kind of by not really thinking it through, by not consulting with the people that understand this, the agricultural economists and the farmers themselves, you've created a set of rules that are going to catch out the genuine family farmer and end that multi-generational farming. We'll lose our food security, we'll lose the countryside, and all the associated industries that go with that. It's you know, it's a huge hit on the economy, and you want growth. Well, you know, get behind us, and you know, farmers know about growing things, right? So we can probably teach you a few things about growing an economy. So yeah,
that's brilliant. Farmers know something about growing things, so they can teach the government something about growth. That's a great one. Clive Bailey, thank you very much indeed. Farmer from Staffordshire. Just scan around to have a look at this horde of tractors descending. They are non-stop coming down here. As you can say, it's quite chaotic, but we'll be bringing you live coverage throughout the afternoon. Back to you, Tom.
Fantastic stuff, Emily. Looking forward to this all officially kicking off in just less than 15 minutes' time now. Huge number of tractors. Goodness me, do stay with us here on GB News. But if you're in search of some winter sun, here's the forecast for some of those top